Hi, I'm Mr. S. Balakumar, Department of Commerce, KCS Kachnagar College of Arts and Science. Today we are discuss about the selection process in HRM. What is selection? Selection refers to the process by which qualified applicants are selected by means of various tests in predetermined numbers out of large number of applicants. But recruitment is a positive. What about selection? It's a negative process because under it effort are made to reduce the number of applicants those who are apply for the job. So major part in HRM is selection procedure or selection method or process. They are simplified methods of selection by 7 steps. Number 1, preliminary interview. Number 2, receiving applications. Number 3, selection test. Number 4, employment interview. Number 5, medical examination. Number 6, reference check. And last one, final selection or appointment of letters. So let's see about the process of first step, preliminary interview. What is preliminary interview? The object of preliminary interview is to ensure whether the applicant is physically and mentally fit for the job. During the preliminary interview, candidates are asked questions related to their experience, education, taste, age, etc. Those candidates who are successful in the preliminary interview are asked to fill the blank application form. What is blank application form? It is the second stage of selection process. Is the form of printed format for every organization, because in the organization there is different post, so the different form will be used for each post because they want the person's different qualifications and different experiences, different kind of information needed. So that's why the company are ready for blank applications. While preparing this form, the two things must be kept in view. Number one, these should convey maximum possible information from the candidate. And second one, questions should be directly related to the post. Then after the blank application form filled, we are moved to third option or third stage, selection or employment test. So which is main important concept in the selection process. The employment tests are devices to check the area of knowledge of candidate for the respective job. These tests enable the management to bring out the right person for the right job. There is lots of tests are conducted in different types of interviews. So we have seen the most reliable or most understandable test. So types of test, number one, intelligent test. This test it conduct for test the mental ability of the candidate. And second one, aptitude test. It is the test of individual's capacity to learn a particular skill. That's why the test will be conducted. And third one, personality test. This test judge the psychological makeup of any person. So this is very important test for every person. And last one, simulation test. It is measure the ability of the person to face various problems while at work. This test only for higher officials to hiring for the company. So these are the major steps to be followed in the types of test. Next, selection process. Fourth one, selection interview. So interview may basically interview is oral communication of candidate for an employment for right candidate to the right job. In this step, the interviewer match the information obtained about the candidate through various means to the job recruitment and to the information obtained through his own observation during the interview. Here also we have lots of interviews type. First one, structural interview. So structure interview, it's nothing but it is the list of questions asked by the interviewer. It's prepared in advance on the basis of an analysis of the job satisfaction. And second one, unstructural interview. This is quite opposite to the structural interview. This interview list of questions asked by interviewer is not prepared in the advance. In this type of interview, questions are asked as what comes in interviewer's mind on the spot. So these are similarly different structural and unstructural interviews. And third one, panel interview. Most of the companies are using panel interviews. This panel interview candidates is screened by a group of interviewers who are specialists in their respective field. They call upon the candidate one by one and assess his qualities. And stress interview, it's most important interview for higher senior most candidates. Under it, the interviewer deliberately creates a situation that puts the candidate to a considerable strain. Frequent interruption, criticism of candidate's opinion, keeping silence for extended period of time are some of the methods to creating stress. So these are the types of interviews in selection process. After the completing of interviews, the next process, the candidate will go for medical test or medical examination. This is most important concept in selection process. So what is medical examination? The candidate who have crossed the above stages are sent for physical examination or medical examination. What is the main aim of medical examination for the organization? To check the physical fitness for the job for the candidate. And second one, to protect the business organization from the disease. And finally, to check excessive expenditure on the treatment of the employee. So these why the organization wants the medical examination for each candidate. And sixth selection process, reference check. This is basically after medical examination information, the information is gathered from those person who names figure in the column of reference. In we are already seeing the blank application. In the blank application itself, the reference section will be available. In the reference section, the candidate mention any kind of persons, friends, relatives. So that's why that reference check will be collecting the information that those persons, the information related to the character, social relation, background of the candidate. To obtain this information, the employer may contact to his friends or his past or present employers. After finishing all the 6 steps, we are final to the final selection or appointment letter. This is the most important step of the selection of the candidate. After successfully clearing all the medical examinations and reference check, the job offer is given to the selected candidates. For the job offer, appointment letter is handover. If the job offer is accepted from the candidate, then only the appointment letter will be issued for the candidate. After the acceptance of the job offer by the selected candidate, he became an employee of an organization. So now you are understanding the selection process. Thank you.